Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Crypto Dever. So, today is the 8th day on our 30-day journey on becoming a pro trader. Okay, so today's video is going to be focusing on stop limit order type. Okay, stop limit is another type of order, ways of placing crypto order in your buying and selling. Okay, so today's video I'm going to just give you details on everything you need to know about how to use it. Okay, so now look at it here. I'm going to show you how this stop limit works. It's very interesting. Now, you remember what I told you about when we talked about a limit order? I said that limit order, you can only set a price when you want to buy lower. For example, when the price is the current price of Solana right now is 77.8. So if you want to buy at 77.5, or okay, if you want to buy at 77, you use limit order. You can just set limit order once. But what if you set a limit order and instead of it coming down to 77, maybe it comes to 77.1 and then start pumping to 80? You are no longer watching your chart. So this is where stop limit comes in. Okay, so stop limit will help you because it's going to give you the chance to be able to buy either the side when the market start pumping and then the market just leaves your price. Okay, now look at it here. If you are using limit order, and then you are setting a price, it is at 77.6 right now, and you are setting at 77.8, or let me just say something above it, the market will buy immediately for you. So, and that is not the intention. The intention is this: you are hoping that it comes down. So now what if it doesn't come down? There's nothing you can do. You just have to keep monitoring the chart, and that is what stop limit is going to solve for you. So let's just take a little discussion, just a little literature on what it's all about. Now look at this pictorial representation. Now, as you can see on this picture, this is a picture of how it works. Okay, now how does stop limit work? It's very simple. Now let's assume that this is the price A, the current price, as you can see here now, and then you have C, and then you have B. Okay, now stop limit means stop and limit. So that means whenever it gets to B, it gets to a particular price, it will now place your limit order. Okay, so that means let's assume you're waiting for it to come down to, you're hoping that it goes up, so but you're not sure if it's going to go up, but you don't want to rush to buy because you feel like, okay, it's going to dump. So you can just set a particular price that, okay, stop, since the current price is 77.5, what if it eventually goes to 77.8, or if eventually goes up to 80, please place a limit order for me instantly, even if I'm not online, so that I don't miss the pump. Okay, now let's just do the practical and see how it actually works. So these are Solana. So we are back to Solana chart. So let's say this is, first of all, you have to navigate to this place. Make sure that you are on stop limit. Okay, make sure that you select stop limit. You can also click this place to get more details about stop limit. Just click on view more. You can read more about how it works. Okay, it will just give you more details on how stop limit works. Now after that, the next thing you have to do is that you just have to understand that here you have, make sure it's, of course, stop limit is selected. Now you have three prices to set here. Number one is you have stop, and then you have limit. Okay, you have stop and then you have limit. So stop means the particular price you want the limit to execute. Okay, so let's say we have let me put it this way: the current price is 77.5, and okay, I just feel like the coin is going to dump. I'm expecting it to come down low, but I don't know how low. But what if it doesn't come down low, it continues to pump? So instead of setting the price at just 70.70, what if it doesn't come down to 70? But I know that if it's going to come down, it's going to come below 70. But what if it pumps? So now I'm going to just say, okay, this is 77.5, right? Now do this for me. The stop price is going to be something like, I want to set a higher price. It's only possible with stop limit. I can't do that with limit. So once I say, okay, it's currently 77.5. Now what if it goes to, let me say I enter 78? Okay, so 78. Now this 78 here is what the stop. So it means that once the price gets to 78, place a limit price. Now the limit price is now what is below here. So now, hopefully you are looking at it like, okay, once it gets to 78, that means it's a breakout, it's about to pump. Okay, you now place a limit price. Now this limit price now determines what happens after the stop limit has been executed. All right. Okay, so the network has actually refreshed. So let me say, okay, let me still go back to my 78. So I have just entered 78. As you can see, monitor the price. The current price, the one at the center here is 77.48 currently. That is the current price. That is actually changing. So now when it gets to 78, please place a limit price for me. Now the idea is this: it's possible for it to get to 78 and just continues to pump. So I want you to do something for me. Once it gets to 78, if I want to buy immediately, there's the tactics I told you about limit price. So when you are placing a limit price, once you place a buy price a bit above the current price, it will buy automatically. So now look at it now. Since it's at 78, the moment it gets 78, buy for me at 78.2, or let me just say buy for me at 78.3. So the moment it gets to 78, automatically it's going to place this limit price in the box. If you still don't understand how limit price actually works, please check out the description. You're going to see the full video. Just go back and watch how limit price works, okay? Or you can just check the screen also. You just click on it and then get there. So the moment you place this price now, it's going to just be placed in the order book, in your open order, okay? Now before you click on buy, the next thing is that you have to determine how many, just as you did in limit order. Okay, just very simple. How many do you want to use to buy? Let me say I want to use $6. Okay, just have to enter 6, as you can see here now. So automatically once you enter 6 here, automatically the number of sold will be filled up. Okay, so and that is that. So once you are done, just click on buy, and it's going to ask you a question. Okay, look at it here. Okay, now see what's going to happen. Okay, this is what you are trying to do. Stop at 78, limit. So that means once it gets to 78, place the limit price for me at 78.3. now the moment it gets to 78 and dumps, do you understand what happens? And your limit price is at 78.3, automatically it will buy because your limit is now below market price automatically. So if it eventually pumps back, you're already in. Okay, now buy this amount of soul and so on and so forth, and this is the fee you're going to pay. So after that, you just have to click on confirm. Okay, now let me just click on confirm. So once I click on confirm, automatically you are going to see the order in the open order section. All right, so let's see how it goes. Okay, so now as usual, after placing the order, when you come down to this place, you're going to see it here under open order. You're going to see what kind of order is this. You're going to see that this is a stop limit order, and then look at it here. The price you're going to buy at 78.3. okay, even though you placed your stop price at 78. You understand now? So this is actually how it works. Okay, now look at it now. Do you know why he's waiting? Because the price has not gotten to 78. The current price is still 77.6. okay, so when it gets to that 78, it's going to place that 78.3 order. That means it's buying automatically. So now what if you want to wait for it to come down a bit? For example, now maybe it pumps to 78 and then comes down to 78.7. No, sorry, it goes to 78 and then comes down to 77.7. Then it buys for you even when you're not online. So that means you have to make sure you adjust it here, just 78, and then you come here and place your price at the price you want to buy. Okay, now but instead of that 78, let me just look for another price that can buy immediately. All right, so let me say the current price is around that 77.6. okay, all right. Now so let me also use this example. Let me say 77 point, when it gets to 77 point, let's say 77.75. okay, now buy for me at 77.3. you see that now? So let me just use everything I have in the wallet and then click on buy, confirm. So the moment I do that, it's supposed to show me confirmed. All right, so now you see that we have two now. One is at 77.73, the other one is 78.3. that is the price I'm buying at. So first of all, let's see what the market price is like. So currently the market price is looking like this is 77.74. so as soon as it gets to 77.75, it's going to just quickly buy for me at 77.73. okay, all right, now you can see that the price is now at 77.75. so let's now go back and see what happened. So the price I set was 77.75, right? Now let me see, submitted. Now look at this place. Now see what happened here. It says submitted. So that means this order has been submitted to the order book. So now when I go to the order book, I'm going to see it on the order book. So when you check the order book, definitely it says this 77.7, where is it, 77.73 has now been submitted on the order book. So I should be able to see it on this order book, because the current price is now going up to 77.79. okay, so you should be able to see it somewhere around this it should be around this. If you refresh your probably network. So this is actually how it works. So the moment it hits, it comes down. Now look at it here. Now it has touched 77.75, but because I said buy for me at 77.73, it has to wait till it comes down to 77.73 for it to buy. But the moment this one now goes to 77.78, as you can see here now, trigger condition, look at the trigger condition of this one, 78. So the moment it gets to 78, the price that I asked it to buy for me is actually above, so it's going to buy automatically. So this brings me to the advantage and the disadvantages of this. So when you are doing this, you have to understand that when you place a price, a trigger price, so once the price is triggered, if the market you set to buy is above the current market price, it's going to buy immediately. But if it's below, it has to wait. So, and the market price I'm talking about is this one here. So if the price you are set, if your stop price, when your stop price is reached, if the price market is above the market price, it's going to buy immediately. If it's below, it's going to wait for it to buy. So the same thing applies to selling. So if you want to sell, so the same thing, when you want to sell, probably you can just choose a price. Okay, when you get to this point, sell for me at this price. So that's actually how they stop this thing. So as you can see here now, look at what happened here now. The price has now been triggered. So the one I set at 77.7 something has now been triggered. And as you can see here now, I now have some balance of Solana, because the current price has come below 77.73. You now see what's happening here now. So it has actually been triggered. So you can now see that I now have some Solana. So that means I have just bought. So it's as simple as that. So the same thing applies. Let me just sell. So if I want to sell, it's going to be 77. Okay, let me say, since the current market price is 77.76, let me say when it gets to 77.7.73, sell for me at 7. Okay, let me just say when it gets to 70. Okay, now you can set at any price, even though the price is a bit high. So let me just 77.72. Let me say when it gets to 77.7, sell for me at, you can see what I'm doing on the screen, sell for me at 77.7, 77.69. okay, or you can just set any price. But just remember that when you are selling, once your selling price is above market price, it will not sell until it gets there. When it's below market price, it will sell immediately. So it's just opposite of buying. So it's as simple as that. So when it gets to 77.7, sell for me at 77.69. So everything that is there, so I want to sell immediately. That is that. So confirm. So it's as simple as that. So while this one is loading up, I can actually come to this place and then cancel this former order that I placed here. So let me see. Okay, it seems it didn't fill up. Let me check it again. The order I said didn't fit. So when it gets to 77.7, okay, let me say when it gets to 77.77, okay, it's also good. Just sell for me immediately, because the current market price is going to be below that price that it will trigger. So let me see what it's saying. What is it saying? Let me see what's happening. Let me see why it's not selling. So it's actually supposed to, okay, unable to place due to insufficient balance. Okay, it's already sold. Wow, so fast. Probably, I think it's already sold. Maybe that's what happened. Oh, let me see. Okay, if it says the same thing, then maybe it has already triggered. Okay, probably it has triggered. So let's see what's going on here. So let me see what's going on here. So I just have to, I can just cancel this order for now, since I'm no longer using it. So I can just come here, cancel this order, since this order is not filling up as I like. So oh, it's already triggered. So as you can see now, my balance is back. Okay, so but you can now see my balance is actually back. So this is actually how you use your stop limit. It's a very powerful tool. Don't forget how to use that, your stop and your price. So it's as simple as that. It's very helpful. Now the question now comes, what if you want to just do something like let me say you want to set price above and price below. That is what some of these things we solve. Now we have another one now that is called stop market, trailing stop, OCO, and TWAP, and so on and so forth. So the subsequent videos I'm going to be talking about them. So these are powerful tools. So thank you very much for watching this video, and then see you in the next video.